North Carolina, USA. 2 feet an hour or more, I think, on.
We hear a 143, I believe it's North Carolina. Can we QSY, my friend?
Sure, pick a channel, go ahead. 73, have yourself.
Let's try channel 39, my friend.
Tango Charlie 02 Newfoundland, would you care to QSY to 3800, 3800, over?
Roger, we go. Tango Charlie 02, Newfoundland, Canada. We're calling. I think it's North Carolina.
Good morning, my friend. Tango Charlie 02, this is North Carolina 101 in Hickory, North Carolina, over.
Roger, 101 in North Carolina, in Hickory. Thank you for making this QSY, sir. We appreciate it. Tango Charlie 02 here. This is Western Newfoundland, Canada, a town called St. George's.
QSL on St. George's. Boy, my friend, you have a quality signal. I was French pressing my coffee, which I don't normally do, and put way too many grinds in the bottom, so I'm drinking concentrate today.
Oh, well, you'll be certainly wired for sound and everything else.
QSL on that, the personal on my end is Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. We're 20 miles southwest of the Hickory Motor Speedway here in western North Carolina.
Roger, Mark. Thank you for that last over. The personal here is Andy, Alpha November Delta Yankee, and we're in a place called, in western Newfoundland, called St. George's Bay. So it's pretty easy to find if you look for the island portion of the province. On the western side of the island portion, you'll find St. George's.
Outstanding, QSL on all accounts. I was just having a moment here. I don't have my full logbook in front of me, but I really enjoyed talking to you guys up there. Honestly, I don't think I've ever heard a station that comes from that part of your country that's a bad station. Everybody seems to take pride in their station and run very nice equipment, over.
I believe for the most part that is correct, yeah. I think so, way back in the heyday when CB was very much more popular, there was a few hooligans out there, but they've been weeded out and gone. And and certainly so for the most part, you coming from a very large population country, I must say most of the operators are quality operators for sure, so we're very happy about that.
Outstanding. So if you wouldn't mind, would you care to share what type of equipment you're speaking on, over?
Oh yes, not a problem. I'm using a Cobra 2000 radio, but it's not a typical Cobra 2000 radio. It's one of those radios that was modified by Tim Trent of Snake Radio Customs. So it's fully modified. It's the Super Snake deal. It's the full, what they call the full-on Super Snake. And I'm using it's a studio mic that Tim made. It's a Johnson desk mic, and it's wired for 5-pin, and it has a studio element into it, so it helps with the audio a bit. And my antenna is an Antron 99. It's just 15 feet at the base elevation, but I'm sitting right on top of the Atlantic Ocean here, so I have a fantastic ground plane.
Wow, very nice, outstanding on all accounts. I really like it. I myself hadn't had any sort of Antron in 35, 40 years, and had been out of the hobby for quite a while. I was back in from, say, 2001 to 2023. Took a lightning strike. It was really, just was so sad. I had a really nice Serio 2008, and put this Antron 99 up as a backup antenna about 3 months ago, and although I wasn't happy with my SWRs when I ran the analyzer through it, seems to be talking and receiving okay for me, over.
Absolutely, Mark. I failed to let you know on the very early overs that we had. Yeah, your audio sounds great. Great signal. Nice punchy audio. I have a subwoofer and some small speakers hooked up to the audio here on this radio. The audio has been, of course, peaked and tuned, so it sounds really good with a sub and speakers. And so yeah, you're sounding awesome. A good quality sounding radio coming out of North Carolina for sure, Mark.
Well, thank you, Eddie. I can say a few things about how we got there. It's a kind of a simple simple method. One of my very good friends is a retired electronics repair guy, full service type of guy, ex-military, and he's my age. We're in the mid-late 50s, and he also enjoys the hobby. So one tenet of his modalities is that we always align everything perfectly, make sure it is to the spec, and then if you're going to add some whiskeys, do it correctly. So this microphone is not a stock mic. It has been modified. We slipped one of those cheap $6 Superstar elements inside of this mic and flipped one of those resistors that has to do with the noise canceling over.
Roger that. Well, it's certainly doing you a big favor. I'm certainly going to give you a bouquet of flowers for the audio for sure. It's nice and clear. It's not too raspy. It's got a little bit of low, nice mids where the vocal should be, and it's not harsh on the ears at all. I could listen to you all day.
I've never been accused of being able to read bedtime stories, but I'll take it. You know, it's kind of crazy. I've made some really nice friends and contacts in the last 6 months back on the air, which, you know, it helps revive some of the feelings about community in the world and society, and it just keeps the hobby going the right direction. And I'd like to add you to the mix of folks that, you know, I get maybe 80, 90 contacts on a good day, and then maybe I get none for 4 or 5 hours. And then out of nowhere, there is somebody in the silence, perforates the silence, and there you are. And what a nice thing it's been this morning, over.
Yes, Mark, yeah, absolutely. And I could certainly fire back with the same kind of story. It's of course, you know, propagation has been really poor the past several months. It's been like eons since I've been on the radio. And I've been coming in and out trying, but it's just nothing to work. So every now and then you'd get a little bit of a quality conversation, and then the propagation would drop out. So yeah, it's just today, like it's getting closer to fall now. Most of the outside work is done around here, so, and I have an opportunity today to be at the radio, and so this is like the first time in a long time that I've actually had a decent one-on-one conversation with folks on the radio for sure. So yeah, it's the same story here. It's great that I popped on at the right time and caught you.
I'm pretty sure that was the end of your transmission, QSL. I heard you say that it's been a great time right up to that last moment, and then all of a sudden it sounded like 1984 all over again. There was a little wisp of sound, and then you went away. Let's see if you're still in there. Hello.
Roger, I hope so. Your signal does deviate a little bit, but it comes back quite strong, very fast. So I'm getting 100% of your conversation. It doesn't drop out.
Outstanding. Hey, I meant to ask you, what is your ground wave to the state of Maine? Do you get to talk to those fellows up there?
I did make contact into Maine. I usually go right down the eastern seaboard, but it seems like Maine is not really in the, what you'd say, the queue. I usually get beyond Maine, right down New York and stuff like that. I get into Central and sometimes over into on the west side of America for sure. But yeah, Maine, I've made contact, but it's not the greatest.
QSL, yeah, I really enjoy some of the people I've made contact with up there, 621, Brandon, a couple of the other guys. Hey, the other day I had an opportunity to meet 344 in Newfoundland. Is he a local to you?
Around me, there's only, like in my area, just to put things in perspective, Mark, there are 4 operators probably within 50 kilometers of me. And as of now, like I haven't heard them in a long time because we're usually on at different times. Not typically, but. So my closest communication, I would say, locally would be about maybe 150 to 500 kilometers away. And so I'm not going to catch them neither if it's short skip, regular, or antenna to antenna. Just two, they're not in the right zone, so I don't get them.
That is wild. That's like something I would dream of when I was a kid getting into the hobby. But has your whole family, your lineage, always lived in that area for, say, hundreds of years?
Absolutely, yes. It goes back to definitely the mid-1700s, and then for sure rock solid in the 1800s. Yeah, we've been here a long time.
That's absolutely awesome. That is so very cool. Yeah, and I'm originally from the northeast of the United States in Pennsylvania myself, and did some military time, traveled around the U.S. and settled into this part of western North Carolina. I had never been this far west in the South. I had been on the seaboard most of my life, and it's been a bit of culture shock. I still love to go to the ocean and so forth, but propagation is so odd here. I physically stumbled into a property completely by accident that when I put my mobile station together and drove around this area, I would drop little GPS coordinate spots in my map because I could literally hit skip corridors 24 hours a day where I can just go to a spot in front of someone's farm and boom, I've got skip.
Oh, that is amazing. I've never experienced that before. Although one time, just this one time, and I've never been able to duplicate it, I spoke to a person that was on the highway in the capital of the province of Newfoundland. It's about 500 miles away. That's by road. He was on the highway and I was in a mobile in my driveway, and I argued that he wasn't, but he managed to prove to me that he was. And I've never had a contact like that ever again. Never spoke to St. John's before. I've never made anything other than RX contact here in Newfoundland.
QSL, isn't that wild? And you know, when I say this story, I just parlay to you is that I honestly didn't think it was going to last, and then a couple months later went by and it was still happening. So then there was a ham fest about 50 miles away from here, and I took my preteen daughter in the truck, and we get down the road, and I said, hey, let me go up to this corner here and we'll stop and call. And sure enough, she looked at me, child's wide eyes, and says, oh my God, look at. And here it's an operator from the Midwest, guy 151 up there in Michigan, the Badger. And he's a deep voice and very recognizable. And she's like, oh, it's the Badger. And to watch a kid have that type of, childish reaction of wonder is just something that's kept me going along here for the last so many years. Even after the lightning strike, I kept the mobile station going. And here's the kicker is that when I came back to this property and I put the antenna up, I just so happened to ride the car, not even the truck, around the back of the house, up the long road in the grass, to the high spot, and fix the antenna.
Okay, Mark, I think we may have lost condition. Just dropped out of the box altogether. I'm hoping you are going to get back up on the propagation, because I have some information to give you on where to find me on YouTube. I'm doing a VideoGate here. I hope you can hear this message.
Take good care, 73 from 101 Hickory,
101 Hickory, North Carolina. Mark, if you can hear me, I'm doing a VideoGate here, my friend. I'm doing a VideoGate, and it will be on YouTube shortly. The YouTube name, Andy Tobin. Say again, Andy Tobin. Last name, Tango Oscar Bravo, India, November. Say again, Tango Oscar Bravo, India, November. And I hope you got that last over. Tango Charlie 02 returning. (101) North Carolina. 101 North Carolina, Tango Charlie 02 trying to return. Would like to relay one last message. Okay, Mark, you were back, but way in the back of the box. Drop me a message on YouTube if you manage to get the last over, finding this VideoGate. If you can, leave a message. I'd like to make contact with you beyond this conversation. It would be great just to reach out and know who you are. If you have a YouTube channel, I certainly would like to subscribe to your channel. Tango Charlie 02, listening in and hoping that we have propagation back again soon. Okay, we have lost condition, I believe. Going to get this VideoGate, upload it. Tango Charlie 02. We're clear with the 101 North Carolina mark. Thank you for the conversation, sir. Hoping you can hear this. And hopefully we'll see you on YouTube very shortly. Thank you for the contact.